Hey, welcome to my journey and to another weigh-in video. Now, if y'all remember, unless you've been under a rock, my subscriber and friend Becky is down. So this is going to be short, to the point, good as I can, because I got to get this thing locked and loaded, because I got to pick her up for breakfast so we can start our day. I put up a video last night of our first day together, and we had a good time. Oh my goodness, we had a good time. We're going to have another good time today. And, you know what? I forgot to tell y'all about the VV. They're remodeling it, so they didn't even have everything put out. I said, of course you'll visit. The VV don't even have everything put out. They didn't. It was just hardly nothing. They were remodeling all the shelves, putting in a whole lot more shelves and different shelves. And it's going to be nice when they get it done. It's going to be real nice. But we did find what we found. And then, and we didn't come on there until we went to the Dollar Tree, because neither one of us bought anything that amounted to a hill of beans. I didn't have anything in my buggy till I got around to the fingernail polish. So I got fingernail polish and some little candies and a Slim Jim, because my sugar was starting to go. And we didn't have no kind of sweet tea. We had our unsweetened tea from lunch, which I didn't film because me and her and David went to eat, and she just got here, so I didn't film all that. But today, everything better go smooth sailing, because this is her one-time opportunity to see what I got to show her. So, I got the coffee. So anyway, let's get to the weigh-in. I weighed in at 262.8 for a loss of 6.8. And that puts me at 114.3. So close to the 115 button. So close. And I vow and declare to get there next week. I'll tell you, part of it was me. I am drug or weight loss surgery or not, I will take the credit for the work I put in, because neither one of those is a magic pill. They're tools. But I do think the Ozempic has finally kicked in, doing what it's supposed to do, making you feel full and not think about food all the time. You're not constantly obsessing over what you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. Now, I did have a couple days where I was just snacky as all get out, and I was finding things to eat, but I wasn't finding bad things to eat. I was finding like protein things like peanuts and pork rinds and cheese sticks and Slim Jims. That's kind of how I ate through my day. So I did have a day or two like that, but that was protein stuff, and I put a check on the carbs. That's me. That ain't no drugs and that ain't no surgery. That's me specifically saying to myself, stay away from the carbs. Now, with me and Becky, with our eating out and this and that, we're not eating much, because neither one of us can, because she had the sleeve like 20 years ago. So she has a little small stomach and she can't eat much, and then I can't eat much. So we don't eat everything we get because we can't, but we're not completely doing away with our carbs. We're enjoying ourselves. We're going to enjoy ourselves, but still watch our portions. No sweets. She cut out the sugar, so I'm not going to eat sugar in front of her. Even if I want it, I wouldn't eat it in front of her. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about it at lunch yesterday. Me and her and David went out because he was home and he hadn't had lunch. I said, well, we'll all go, But we talked and said, we're going to watch it. We're not going to go like all crazy over the weekend just because, we're having fun. So I think I did good. And I think my tool of weight loss surgery helped. My tool of Ozempic helped. But I helped. Like I said, I'm not going to discount the work I do. I'm just not. So I said I had news on my meal prep. Y'all know I went to the orthopedic surgeon on Tuesday, okay? And I said, please help me get a surgery date. Well, I was sitting there, and he walked in the door, and I'm going to tell you what, he's about 8 feet tall and lanky. Yes. He come walking in. He looked down. He goes, "You've lost a lot of weight." I know. You know, because I'm proud of the fact. Matter of fact, I have lost 54 pounds. I think that was good since the last time I seen him in May of last year. I think it's good. Maybe it ain't. Maybe it ain't. I don't know. I'll take it. Anyway, he sat down. He said something. I can't remember what he said. And the very next thing he said, and I'm not exaggerating, we didn't even start discussing anything. The very next thing he said to me, he goes, "Well," he goes, "I'm booked out till September, so let's get you on the schedule for October." I did one of those little Home Alone things. I said, "Really?" He's like, "Yes." He said, "You're ready." He said, "Your knees are so bad." He said that more than one time in our conversation yesterday. He kept saying it. He even told me, he said, "You're not going to hurt as bad as most people." He said, "Because your knees are so bad, you're used to it." I'm like, "Oh, good." that makes me feel good. This is worth something, all this pain. But he wrote all his notes and filled out his paper and everything. And he said, now I would have had the date before I left, but his secretary, assistant, I can't remember what he called her. She was on vacation last week and then sick this week, wasn't there. So she's going to have to call me. And I'm going to tell you what. Okay. I'm just making sure. It's too early for the doctor to call, but if something pops up, I'm going to look and make sure, because I'm just going to be paranoid. I didn't get a call yesterday, obviously, or I'd be telling you. But anyway, they're going to put me on the schedule for October for my first knee. I'm going to do my right knee first because I can't lead with it, like going up and down stairs and stepping up on my bath stool and stuff like that, my bath step. I have to lead with my left knee. So, plus he saw my part down there where my skin's like thick and everything, where I had my wound. He goes, he would feel better doing this one first anyway, just to give that more time to heal and clear up. I said, well, that works out great. So that's my news. On the schedule, gonna be for October. And I've only got 12 pounds to lose to get to the BMI I need to be to. You think I can't lose 12 pounds between now and October? Anyway, this is what he said. He's sitting there. We had a good conversation, real good conversation. And he told me, he said, your life is going to change. I said, I know it is. He said, you're going to be able to do the things, exercise and walk and do the things that you ain't been able to do. I'm like, I know. I said, I'm going to be 61 this year. I said, and the closer you get to it, the younger it is. You're not through. He said, oh, I get you. He said, because I'm only 10 years away. He said, so I totally understand what you're saying. But he said, even if you didn't lose that 12 pounds, he said, which you're going to lose more. Even if you didn't lose it, he said, I will not cancel your surgery. He said, I will go fight for you. Talking about he has to fight the hospital. He said, because what you've done to lose this weight, he said, I will fight for you. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. He goes, and if you lose it, he said, we don't have to deal with them people at all. That's what he said. I'm like, that. It's wonderful. It was a wonderful, wonderful visit. I left there on cloud 9. So he walked me up to the front and gave the checkout lady the papers he had. And he stood there and we were talking. He just reached over with his big old tall self and reached around and hugged me. He said, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, well, thank you. And he held his paper out there and he goes, you've done better than 99% of the people I see. Look, he says, because they give up. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So, folks, how many years has it taken me? But I ain't give up. Don't give up. just don't give up. Good things will come your way. It might take time. And I'm sure there was a reason for the timing to be now. Things happen for a reason. And I know that. So there had to be a reason for it to be at this stage in my life, at this year, at this time. There had to be a reason. So I am not even, I'm going to do something that is out of my character, that even almost hurts to say. I am not going to knock on wood. I'm not going to say no jinx, because I am going to trust that this does not fall apart. I'm just going to trust that it's going to fall in place like we're planning on it falling in place. And that's that. How about it? That's a good way to end this video, because I told you I got to get this thing locked and loaded before I go get Miss Becky. Okay, well, that's my good news. Good weight loss and surgery in October. So that is it. I will have a video up. I plan to. Now, I'll knock on wood for that. Knock on wood. I'll have a video up for you tonight of me and Becky's second day, because I got at least one thing she ain't never experienced. I got one thing she ain't never experienced today for her to do. Let me go ahead and tell you. The liquidation center. Oh, yeah, we're going there. We're going to go eat at Cracker Barrel. And then we're going to go to the liquidation center first. I told her, I said, you're in for a treat. It's going to be fun. So, and of course, we'll do a haul. We have to do a haul. Now, I can tell you this. We won't be able to haul it in the car like we did yesterday. We'll have to bring it back here and sprawl it out on the bed, because you just can't haul that stuff in the car. So anyway, okay, well, let me stop talking so I can get this video up, and I will see you on my next one. Okay, bye.